Back with you on the next round. Brown's beard grew a little bit. No, we'll tell you who's on our set with us here in just a second. But I will tell you, when I got mine done, it was U.S. Open golf weekend. I wish I'd gotten mine done during March Madness.
I'll never forget the night I got mine done, and we'll tell you what we're talking about in 1 second. Dennis Dixon blew his knee a Thursday night game against Arizona, and I truly believe that Oregon was the best team in college football, and Dennis Dixon was going to win a Heisman Trophy, and it completely changed everything about that college football season. That was the night I got mine done on a Thursday, and then that weekend I watched college football and the NFL, and it was great.
The reason I recommend getting it done during March Madness, when I got mine done U.S. Open golf weekend, I was like, I'm going to be able to sit around and watch golf all weekend. They had a weather delay the afternoon after I had mine done, a weather delay on Saturday, and it was a blowout on Sunday. It was miserable sitting there with nothing to watch. So March Madness is the time to get what we're about to talk about done.
Well, I want to tell the true story here real quick, and we've got Dr. Patrick Mills from the Urology Centers of Alabama on the show with us, and we're going to ask you a couple of questions. And welcome to the next round.
Well, thank you, guys. It's always a pleasure.
Yeah, we've had you on the phone before, and we're glad to actually have you in person to show you the facilities and stuff. But here's a true story. I don't even know if you remember this. So you and I met about 13 years ago, and the way it happened, I had set up my vasectomy with another urologist, and I didn't have any relationship at all, but he had a death in his family, so he canceled. And so it was about on a Tuesday. I was supposed to get it that Friday, and I threw it out on the air. I'm like, I'm already prepared. I've got the peas. I've got my beers. I'm ready for this weekend. And I had different urologists, and I don't know if it was you personally or somebody in your office, but they reached out, and they were like, hey, we can take you in. And I had a conversation with you, and we just kind of hit it off on the phone. And so I went and got my vasectomy with you on a Thursday. And I tell people all the time, it literally was in and out. It was such an easy procedure. And by Monday, it was business as usual.
Yeah, I mean, it's it's the most common procedure for one performed in men in the country. And so, but there's always this very anxiety-causing procedure. People are nervous about getting it done.
Sure.
And so, I mean, it's we try to make it as easy as possible for a person to get it done. So, they don't take very long. It takes about, 15, 20 minutes, to get it done. You come in, a lot of physicians will give you some sedation to relax you, to get you relaxed for the procedure, so you're not overly worried about it or anxious, because the more anxious you are, the harder it is for us to do the procedure, to be quite honest with you. But you're right. It takes about 15 minutes. The big thing is you got to take it easy for a few days afterwards. If you're an exerciser, you don't want to get out and exercise for a few days. You want to give yourself 3 or 4 days just to take it easy at the house, and then kind of ease back into your activities. But as far as that, driving the next day, walking around, going out to eat is fine. So really it's a procedure that is very safe. People have minimal discomfort, and it's much more easy for a man to get it done than a woman is to go have like her tubes tied or such.
Yeah, and I want to sort of emphasize, same way with me, the pain, I really never felt it after I left the office, and I took it easy all weekend. I think we as men play it up so much so that all the other men who are coming after us can get 3 or 4 days off from doing things they don't have to do. I think we're passing it on to another generation of acting like it in movies and in TV shows like it's a big deal. But you guys have made this so simple that it really isn't that big a deal. I don't want to ruin it for all the guys out there, but it's not that big of a deal.
Well, no, I mean, like I said, it's the biggest thing that you'll find is that when your buddies find out that you're getting it done, then they'll be the ones that'll tell you the Uncle Bob story, or the his distant cousin Jimmy. Here's what happened to him, yes. And so it's kind of these folklore stories that have been passed down, that horror stories, so to speak. But that's the rites of passage.
So never one the size of basketballs.
No,
yes, yeah.
But it's some people minimal swelling, and again, it's taking it easy for a few days. It's the guys that if you have problems, it's people who actually they'll get it done, and then they say they went out and tried to run a 5K,
right?
Or something,
or hopped right on a bicycle.
Yeah, you just got to take it easy for a few days.
So it's Vast Madness is what we're calling it.
Yeah.
It's the Urology Centers of Alabama. Dr. Patrick Mills, the guy that actually performed my surgery or my procedure years ago. It's been 13 years now. But outside of the vasectomies, Urology Centers of Alabama, you guys, big news this Monday, just opened a new facility.
Yeah, we've opened up a men's center, and the importance of that is that this is a comprehensive center, for men from all aspects of their health. Okay, it's different from some other facilities and some other clinics and such in that it's the full package, meaning that it's prostate health, it's low testosterone, it's erectile dysfunction. It's anything to have to do with the genitourinary system of the man. So if you think about it, everything is kind of intertwined and interacted. You see people for a certain condition a lot of times. Say there are a lot of people that come in that have erectile dysfunction. Well, many of those people actually have some other underlying conditions that are causing that, and the erectile dysfunction is just a manifestation of it. There's lots of people who have enlarged prostates, who have, over the years, things kind of slowly get worse, with what's called BPH, benign prostatic hyperplasia, which is just, simply as you get older, your prostate gets larger.
Right.
Okay. And what happens, it's such a gradual process, is that people kind of put up with it, and it gets worse and worse. And we had the classic story of a man will come in, and we'll ask him during our consultation, "Are you having any trouble urinating?" He's like, "I've got no trouble urinating. I get up 4 or 5 times at night to urinate." Well, that's a problem. 2 you're okay, because I'm at that stage. So we're good
And
there.
by the way,
he's still a young guy.
This is going to get us all. Like, if you're a 30-year-old listening to this, sooner or later, this is going to catch up.
It's an aging process. So, and a lot of times, untreated BPH leads to erectile dysfunction. So a lot of times you don't really have to treat the erectile dysfunction. You treat the cause of it, and things get better. So therefore, people aren't having to take medications and such for erectile dysfunction. And so all that is one leads to another. Then of course prostate cancer screening that goes along with it. Used to be that they didn't recommend till age 50 to men get screened for prostate cancer. Now they've backed it up. 10 years.
That's right.
40. Age 40.
Yeah.
Age 40. You get a baseline examination, and you usually get checked once a year, and so therefore you have kind of a baseline that you can follow test results by. So this is this center is going to have it's going to be geared towards men that have these problems, and that there's going to be a comfortable atmosphere for them to discuss this, because again, huge. Same thing with low testosterone, or the technical term is hypogonadism. So it used to be you didn't test a man until they were over age 60
right.
for that. And now we find out that there's a huge population of people in their late 30s, early 40s, who have this condition. And it used to be that they would come in complaining of things, and people would just blow them off and say, "That's not a problem," But
you're
now,
just getting older.
Yeah,
your energy's not the same.
Exactly,
you're just getting
right.
older. Yeah.
So now we see that it's diagnosed at an earlier stage. And what happens is that there's real risk factors for having low testosterone. It's been linked to cardiovascular disease, bone health, osteoporosis and such like that. So really important to pick these things up and to identify them and then get treated, and it improves your quality.
So where's the new location going to be? Or the men's facility?
Yeah, it's just right down from our main Homewood office down there right off of Highway 31. And you can't miss our big center. It's in Independence Drive is what it is, but it's just right down the block from there.
Perfect.
Yeah, beautiful place. Look, if you're done building your family, reach out to the urologist at Urology Centers of Alabama. Dr. Patrick Mills with us. He's one of those guys. So final question before you leave. Thought this was funny. Somebody brought it up for the bracket challenge. Loser has to reverse their vasectomy.
I'd be all in on it, I guess. I don't plan on losing.
You best hope your insurance pays for it.
Probably should talk to Maggie about it. I don't know at age 46 if she's ready to raise one more.
Wow.
We do a lot of those reversal procedures. About 9 or 10% of people who do have a vasectomy eventually want it reversed.
Wow.
And about an 80 to 90% success rate with that too, depending upon how far out. reversed a guy that had his done 21 years ago.
Oh, wow.
And then just found out recently that his new bride is pregnant. So
Okay.
so
Well,
it can
congratulations
be
to
done. Well,
him.
Yeah, good job by you. Good job by you.
He's going to have back issues next.
I was gonna say.
Again, if you're looking to book that appointment, 205-930-0920. That's 205-930-0920. And you can also check out UCAMen'sHealthCenter.com for more information about all the services from low T, ED, prostate cancer screening, of course, vasectomies. You guys got it all. One-stop shop.
21 years ago, reversing that one, you had to use a McNally map to find the road to reconnect that one.
It's amazing, though. I mean, it really is that we really kind of discourage that a lot of times just because such a long period of time from
Right.
it, because a lot of times it's just not successful. And but either he was very adamant about it, or he was very adamant about because his wife wanted it.
We may be talking about the same person. I know somebody who just had a baby.
The older I get, the more he regrets giving me his personal cell phone, because he gets hit up about every 2 or 3 months from me. But hey, Packy, we appreciate it, man.
No,
Great
thank you guys as always. We appreciate you guys.
Thank
Okay,
you. Hey,
all
good
right.
time next week to get it done right before next week and the week after that for March Madness is the best time.